We actually did a recent survey among internet users in the UK and in Poland. So there is definitely similarity. What you find actually is that there is more knowledge on the eastern side, which is, I don't know if it's, I mean, among those two different countries, but you also see this in some ways with the amount of people that have selected other browsers is higher in Eastern Europe than it is in some of the Western European countries, which is very interesting. The teams that we have working for Opera in Poland and in the Czech Republic, they're really good. And all the other people, I mean, we have people from 55 nationalities working on Opera. And a fair amount of them are also coming from Eastern Europe. They're all really smart, really good. I have a theory myself that actually being working with, should we say, the less powerful computers, I think that actually makes you almost like a better programmer. A lot of this is about, I mean, now people are being presented with a choice of browsers. What is important that people understand what it is and that they try the different browsers and make an actual choice of a browser. I think this is mostly to basically, I mean, the reason for the ballot screen is that people do not understand there is a choice of browsers, and now I think it's important to help the ballot screen working to its best effect by letting people know there is a choice of browsers, that there is a difference, and they actually should try as many of them as possible and compare. But every user that we get generates more revenue for it. So there's clearly, we've already seen an impact. In the few countries where it started to run, we were seeing a tripling of downloads in countries like the UK, Belgium and France, which is where the ballot screen started. Now, it's a gradual process, so we're very eager to see what the effect will be over time. But overall, the first implications have been positive. They're all competitors. I mean, we're all competing, but I think in some ways there's a difference. I mean, with Mozilla, for example, I think we share some of the same views that we want to fight for the open internet. And I mean, Microsoft is in a different camp there. I think Google is probably more on our side than on Microsoft's side. So. When we started, there wasn't many internet users, so all the internet users were geeks. Now, maybe what has been happening is everyone is becoming geeky, so maybe the geeks are inheriting the earth. No. The browser is changing to be able to run more applications, but it's not like we're going back in time. I mean, in the old days, you had applications. Now you have the web. And I think you will have both, but the applications will be web-based. So the browser will function both as a way to view sites and content and run applications inside the browser, but also outside the browser with widgets. What is clearly happening is that what has happened during the last few years is that all the applications are now running in the browser. Now, you could potentially, I mean, I think the change that will be is that people would like to run some applications outside the browser. They still want to program the applications using web technologies. So the point really is to allow that. So that's what we do with widgets and what we do with Unite, which is kind of widgets plus, in some ways, allow you to write applications that run outside of the browser, but they're using the browser technology, so it's the best of both worlds for those that would like to do applications. I mean, currently we have 1 million downloads of Opera every day. And
but back then you couldn't believe in this.
Well,
I mean, it was a challenge.
we thought it was possible, and it was a very interesting discussion among people with regards to this. But yes, I did then having to swim in April in the ocean outside of Norway. Hopefully I've learned my lesson.
Okay.
We see the internet going everywhere. Our goal is to get people to be able to use the internet in any way they like. This includes the PC side. And we've been growing on the PC side 40-50% per year in usage. So a lot faster than the actual market. Obviously Mini is growing even faster than that. And the potential, if you look at it that way, there's 4.5 billion people with mobile phones out there. People that would like to get on the internet. And we believe it's more or less a right to have access to the internet. Now, PCs may not cut it in all cases. I mean, landlines, in Africa, 6% of the population has internet access. 94% do not. I think realistically you're not going to get landline there anytime soon, but people have mobile phones and they can access the internet through them. So this is very important. But it's also about televisions and set-top boxes and cars and planes and oscilloscopes and shopping carts and barcode readers. Everything.
In our body, maybe in the future.
Well, why not? I mean, if you install Opera into your body and you run a Unite, then the doctor just connects and fetches data from you. It's kind of interesting. A little bit science fiction, but. We try to learn from Mozilla. They did tremendously good work at spreading the word. Now you have to remember at that time, Opera was a browser that you could choose with having an ad at the top or payment. We didn't have any other choice because we actually had to make money. And this is something Mozilla said themselves. They were being sponsored by others, so they had a benefit from that perspective. They did the most of it. We saw what they did and we learned from it. And since then we've continued to grow at a very, very nice pace because we removed the ad banner and we are using the same business model as Mozilla is doing. And it's a good business model because we can focus solely on building the best user experience. That's all we focus on. And we have a working business model through search and services that we include. So it's very good. I don't think the opportunity is lost. I think it may take a little bit longer time for us than it took them. But we are growing at 40-50% growth on desktop also every year. And if you do a trajectory where that leads us, I mean, eventually we'll be number one, right?
Yeah.
So at least we believe we can do a lot better on the PC side. We are growing, and obviously on mobile we're number one. On devices we're number one. On PCs in some countries we're already number one. And I think we can continue to grow worldwide. Because it allows you to do something no other browser can. I mean, we obviously have other features like Turbo and Link and the like, but Unite is about the next generation of how you use the internet. I mean, already 5 years ago, we felt that the cloud was getting old, and we're thinking what comes after the cloud. And we feel that a distributed internet, where every device can provide data and services, and you connect the devices that you have in your home, is very compelling.
Very Web 3.0 in fact.
Yes.
New trend.
I think, I mean, you've seen 10.5 that's going out now. And I think with 10.5 we've done, I mean, I am really proud of the job the guys did. And I think 10.5 may sway a lot of people because it's blindingly fast. It is actually quite beautiful. And it has all those features that we always had. Like, again, we have Unite from 10.10, we have Turbo, we have Link, we have mouse gestures and speed dial.
Thank you.